Previously on Moment of Balance.
Representative Ashi, he will come at a cost.
We need to find something on this guy that's gonna matter.
We should bust into his house.
Would get Zopa's help with running distraction.
What the fuck? Hey! You little shit! And he gets up and he tries to scramble after the cabinet. There's a big book in there. It has nothing to do with funds. It's his outlined plan on building his own private militia.
The thing is, Tenzin's a very respectable guy. I didn't leave the temple on good terms with him.
Never to be, Councilman Ashi is going to have a very, very public arrest and trial.
Consider your first lesson paid for. A bunch of cops bust onto the scene, led by Officer Fuzhou.
I don't like cops, but I really like this.
So, today's episode begins a little less than a week from the last episode. It's going to be a week's time from the first episode. And we are going to open with Sabi going for your first earthbending lesson. We're going to start out with everybody in separate areas of the town. Sabi is going to start out doing a little earthbending lesson with Officer Fuzhou. Chong, you're going to be setting up for your concert on Air Temple Island. And Hanako, what do you do on days where you don't do anything?
On days where I don't do anything?
Yeah. Like, what do you do on your day off?
I feel like Hanako doesn't really tend to, at the moment, give herself a lot of those. So, like, I think what this actually looks like, right, is that Hanako has some holes in her schedule today, and so there's nothing really for her to be doing, and so she is just, like, finding busy work for herself to be doing. Like, just finding papers to read and sign, or whatever. Just anything around the house that she can find that maybe kind of needs done.
Well, I'll leave you to your busy work, and Chong, I will leave you to your setup. I want to start with Sabi.
Okay.
Yeah, you're heading to Officer Fuzhou's place. It is fairly early in the day. It's before his night shift begins. And you don't have to bring him any new info because, well, he owes you for all the stuff with Ashi from last time.
Has anything happened in the last week I should be aware of or anything? Or were we just kind of relaxing after everything happened?
You've just been kind of relaxing. I mean, you had two, like, big things happen back to back. You deserved a couple days off.
Also, does Fuzhou know that I'm coming, or is this another surprise?
Yes, Fuzhou knows that you're coming. This was your planned lesson that you planned in episode 1.
Okay.
So yeah, you're going to enter Officer Fuzhou's house. He greets you at the door, and he says, "So, you say you want to learn metal bending. Can't really learn metal bending without learning a little bit of earth bending.
Yeah.
Come on, I know a place." And he's going to take you to a sort of an abandoned lot. Seems like a lot of people tend to use this for earthbending practice. It's, there's no concrete on the ground. It's sort of been raised. There was once a building here. There is no longer. Nice, wide enough open space for you to play around with some dirt. So, before we start learning, I'm going to give you an additional +1 because you can feel an unusual light rumbling under the earth right now. You have never done this before.
Sabi is doing the stretching, like you're getting ready to work out. Like she has no idea what.
Yeah. You don't know any of the forms. You don't know any of anything. You've never really had the chance to explore learning earthbending. And you've never really had much of an experience learning anything from another person either. Like your guns, you just sort of, you stole a gun and tried using it, and everything was pretty trial and error. Yeah, this is your first formal lesson of things. And Fuzhou, standing across from you, tells you, all right, plant your feet firmly on the ground.
Okay.
You want to feel a real connection between the earth and your body.
Should I have my shoes off or something?
If you think that'd help.
All right. Sabi's taking her boots off and carefully, like, finding a spot to put her feet down on the ground.
Unlike the other elements, which are very fluid, very esoteric, you may say, Earth is very tangible. You want to be able to feel how tangible it is from your body. Contact with the ground is very helpful.
Should I, like, pick up some dirt? Would that help with this process?
If you think feeling it in your fingers is gonna help, sure, yeah, grab a clod of dirt.
Sabi bends over and grabs a bowl of dirt.
Actually, keep your hand on the ground there.
Okay.
Squat down real low, feel the earth, and imagine it shifting a little bit.
Sabi is, like, straining and concentrating.
Roll for me.
Oh, that wasn't great. I rolled a 5.
Oh, okay. Rip. Nothing? Not feeling anything?
No. I don't know what I did before. Maybe it's the life or death peril part of it that I need.
You sure you metal bended before?
Yeah, I mean, the guy's gun just went toom. To be fair, it probably was a pretty shitty gun.
Well, yeah, but a shitty gun is still made of metal. This is just the ground. You know, maybe you just need to spend some more time. I don't know. You know what? Come back to me tomorrow. Let's see if we can try again tomorrow.
I don't have anything else for you right now. I've been basically asleep for the last week.
Consider this one a freebie. It's not like we're spending too much time together today.
That's fair enough. Is there anything you can, like, tell me that'll help to make this easier?
Maybe spend a little more time with your shoes off. Feel more connected to the ground. Maybe I don't know. Then again, I've never really heard of somebody who didn't know that they could bend until adulthood. Usually people find out as a young child.
Still trying to figure that one out myself.
Spend the next day with your shoes off as little as possible, and here, and he hucks a rock in your direction. Feel this rock. Spend some time, like, I don't know, befriend the rock. I have no idea. It just came to me when I was a kid. I don't know I'm not a teacher. I'm sure you've picked that up. But, yeah. Keep this in your pocket. See what happens when you really try and connect to the earth.
Okay, sure. Sabi grabs her boots and just kind of, like, throws them over her shoulder and has the rock in the other hand.
So you're standing there, feeling the rock, sort of rolling it between your hands. That rumble you were feeling underground earlier, it feels real familiar now. You are very suddenly knocked on your ass from a unusual earthquake. You feel the rock in your hand shift ever so slightly. I'm going to cut to Chong.
Yo.
It is slightly earlier in the day from where we were with Sabi, so this earthquake that Sabi's felt, you've not felt that yet. You don't know about this. So you are by the meditation pagoda. You're setting up some chairs with Soma, who is helping you put this concert together. She's promised you that Tenzin is not around today, so you're not going to have to run into him, hopefully.
Oh, thank goodness. That guy stresses Chong out. Alright, so someone and I are vibing.
Yeah, you're vibing, you're setting up chairs. Yeah, you're just chatting, and Soma says, so I have some really exciting news. I'm about to get my arrows.
What? Oh man, dude, that's so cool! Like, and he goes over and, like, raises his hand for a high five. Congrats! That's huge!
I finally mastered the last form. Watch this. And she takes the deepest breath you've ever seen, and she blows a massive stream of air at a chair all the way across the courtyard, and it just sort of pings over.
Oh my gosh, like, bro, your perform was perfect there. Look at that. I'm so proud of you. Good for you. You're gonna do great. Chong is genuinely very proud and happy for his friend.
This is actually the form that I made up. I know you made up the whatever you do to spy on people, which I know Tenzin wasn't super happy about. So finally, I made up my last form so I can get my arrows. I can show you this one if you want.
Oh, totally. I love to see it. Like, this is the hardest thing to do, like making up something. Because there's so much, you know? Like, when you're first learning, it only feels like there's so much you can do with air. And then, like, after playing around with it for a while, you realize, oh, wait, here's this one thing nobody's thought to do before.
So, would you like to do a training session with Soma?
Oh, absolutely.
You got a little bit of time before this concert's supposed to start, and Tenzin's not anywhere, so you're not on edge as much as you would be.
Is the area fully set up?
There's really just a few little chairs here and there. It's not like you gotta set up amps or anything. It is a flute, after all.
It's a flute. I assume there's, like, well, a good amount of people, not too many people. Is there, like, an area we can do it in? Like, is there, like, a yard next to the stage area we can practice in?
Yeah, it's Air Temple Island. It's mostly yards and practice grounds and meditation areas and all that. So yeah, there's plenty of place where you guys can stretch out and try this technique. So roll +2.
I rolled a 6, so +2, it's an 8.
Okay. Soma stands across you and she shows you the form she's doing with her lips, what she's doing to take a deep, deep breath, and how she's sending her air across the room. You try and copy her, you take that deep, deep breath. You're no stranger to deep diaphragmatic breathing, being a flute player, but your stream of air is very gentle. You're so used to your instrument. You're so used to weaving your air in and out through your instrument and slowly weaving it across the room so you can catch secrets on the wind. You are not used to a violent shot of air. You're not used to treating your breath like a gun. All right, take your deep breath. Take your hand. Imagine that you're holding a dart in your hand and throw it across, like javelin your sound across the field. You try and do it. You try and follow. What happens is the air just comes out of your hand. You're having a lot of trouble getting this move. So the two of you, you're practicing, you're trying to get this, and while you're doing it, the chairs are starting to fill up. You were almost set up, so it's not like they're like, where's the seating? But they see you there, and they're like, huh, weren't we supposed to be here to, like, see that dude play? And they're all talking amongst themselves, and one of the people who comes out is Pema. She was very curious to see this concert, even though she knows it wasn't really supposed to happen. She was curious to see one of the former residents of the temple perform, but she's like, huh, you know, maybe it makes sense that he didn't really stick around.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. She doesn't say it to your face, but you can see it on hers.
Here's the big question. Does Chong learn the move?
Yes. Yes.
Yes!
Chong does eventually learn the move. Eventually, you manage to get that air as sharp as you want it. You spit it across, and it hits. There's a tree on the other side of this field that you're in, and it hits it right in the center of the tree and makes a little bullet hole. Oh my god, you did it! Ah, amazing! And then Soma looks over at the stage and sees everyone's like, oh no, okay, showtime! And she pushes you on stage without giving you any time to prepare.
Chong's like a little out of breath still. I'm gonna assume his Desi flute's been on his case in his back this whole time.
Yeah. I mean, he's ready to play. He's always ready to play. It's right there.
Oh, he's always ready to play. So he's a little out of breath after mastering the move, and he's just like, Hello, Air Temple Island! It's... One moment. Sorry. It's, like, totally a pleasure to be here. You know, it's been a while since I last been here, so it's good to see some familiar faces and some new faces. So, I got a little show to play for you. He takes out his Desi flute. And, like, I totally hope you like it. I do this a lot nowadays. And he puts his flute to his mouth and he starts playing. And I think as he starts to play his first song, Chong does his master move, Grapevine, where he manipulates the wind while he's playing to softly streamline through all the rows so everyone can hear the music equally well and kind of almost have like almost the equivalent of wearing headphones in a way. He can use this move in different ways. He can either use it to carry sound somewhere or to take sound back to him. Typically, he'll do the move to carry sound back to him when he's doing his spying and such. But he'll often use it as well to, extend his music, typically to attract more customers. He's playing his more crowd pleaser pieces, like maybe some songs that he heard on the island, and maybe some songs that he heard that are popular in the city.
So some traditional airbender tunes, perhaps?
I think he'd do that. I think he's definitely learned a couple being on the island, and he definitely probably brought his flute with him when he was a student. He plays for his crowd. Chong is at his heart is a performer, so he kind of has that inherent knack for doing what will please the crowd. He likes these people. He's just not one of them anymore.
So, as your sound weaves through the crowd, all of those questionable faces, everyone who was like, what's this dude doing here? They sort of melt away. All these people, they're now really enjoying the music. I mean, when was the last time there was live music on Air Temple Island? They're having fun. They're enjoying the music. Just as you finish your first set, you feel a deep rumble in the ground, large enough to knock you to the ground mid-blow, and your flute just sort of falls on your face.
Oh no.
I'm going to cut to Hanako. So, Hanako, you've been doing just random paperwork all day long.
Mm-hmm.
You're a little tired, and you think you deserve a little treat. Why don't you stop by the Jasmine Dragon to get a nice little cup of tea?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I very much think that makes sense. I think she probably, if she's, found some paperwork that she's working on, she probably brings some of it with her. Yeah, no, she'll definitely stop by for some tea.
I'm gonna say you're doing your paperwork at the Jasmine Dragon. There's some seating outside. It's a nice sunny day. There's no reason to stay inside. You're a firebender after all. You get your power from the sun. You enjoy a nice sunny day. What tea are you drinking?
I think she's got, a nice oolong if she's trying to relax.
And is there any, special blend in it? Is there anything that makes it particularly stand out?
I think normally she would be having something incredibly fancy, but I think today she's not. I think today it's just like a plain oolong.
All right, so nothing particularly stand out or anything?
I mean, she's traveling with armed guards, so there is that at least.
But when it comes to her general Fire Nation opulence, nothing opulent is going on right now.
Yeah, probably not today. She's probably got, her nice, hairpin and everything still, right? She still looks like a noble, but she's not... If she's just here for, on a quick break, she's probably not gonna make a big entrance of herself, right? She's got nobody in particular to impress here.
Well, alright, so you're sipping your tea, followed by some armed guards, I guess, doing your paperwork, and you notice two girls who look extremely identical enter the Jasmine Dragon. They look a little confused. They don't look like they know what they want. As a tea connoisseur, you overhear them. I'm gonna say that the walls of the Jasmine Dragon have it's during the summer months they take out the windows so you can basically see what's going on the counter. These two girls, they seem very confused about tea flavors. Yeah, they're struggling to figure out what they want, and they order something that just doesn't taste particularly good. They come out, they're not happy with it, but they smell your tea. They can smell your tea, and they come over, and they're like, "Hi, I'm so sorry to bother you. What are you drinking?"
Oh, just an oolong. Why?
One of them turns to the other one and is like, "Peony, can you go back and ask them to change what we got to an oolong? This is terrible." And the other one nods and is like, yeah. And she runs in and goes and reorders her tea.
I extend my hand out for the teacup that she's drinking out of and say, "May I?"
Yeah, sure.
I take a sniff of it and I say, "Oh, Yes, of course. This is some kind of herbal white tea. I can see, if you'll pardon me, I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but if you haven't drank tea much, I can see how this might not be a great one to start with.
Yeah, we just threw together a bunch of add-ins. I don't know. It's a little overwhelming. We're not big on the tea, but we're new in Republic City and we heard that this place was like one of the best stops to try if you're trying to do like a food tour of the city and all that.
It is quite good, so long as you know what you're doing. And of course, if the staff doesn't burn your tea on accident. Are you looking for somewhere in particular after this?
Do you have any recommendations for noodle shops? Not just the ones that are like big tourist ones, but like really good, like authentic noodle shops?
Hmm. I sit back in my chair and I think for a moment and I say, if you go to Lipo's, about 4 blocks down from here, and then take a left 2 more blocks, the shop will be right on the corner there. It's somewhere that I've had meals with my associates on occasion. It's the best I've had here in the city.
Well, you certainly look like you have expensive tastes. So, you know what? We'll take your word for it. The other girl comes out, hands the one you've been talking to her tea. She takes a sip and she's like, "Oh yeah. Yeah, this is so much better. Thanks. By the way, I'm Pearl. This is my sister Peony. It was really lovely to meet you."
You as well. You said you're new to the city?
Yeah, we're visiting some family for the first time. Never really been here before. So yeah, we're exploring, experiencing stuff for the first time.
Where are you from?
Oh, just a small village out east. Small Earth Kingdom village, not much high cuisine to talk about.
Well, I do hope you enjoy your time in the city.
Just as the two are turning to go to check out this noodle shop you recommended, you feel a rumble in the earth. A really, really big rumble. You were around when that earthquake happened that caused Sabi to metal bend. You felt it, but it didn't feel like this. This feels weirder and violenter. Much more violent. So violent that a building across the street from the Jasmine Dragon starts to crumble.
Oh shit.
This building is crumbling. It is fallen down. It is about to crush these two sisters that you just met. You don't think that you'd be able to try and stop it. What could you do with 2 armed guards and mediocre firebending? But the second those 2 girls are about to get crushed, they whip up their arms and create this impenetrable shield of earth, the 2 of them working in tandem, crossing 2 arcs of earth, almost as if they were waterbending the earth, almost as if they were creating a wall of perfection. They're safe. You're safe. The Jasmine Dragon's safe.
I think that just with where Hanako's at right now, right? This strikes her, right? This is notable to her. She does note the like slight water bending moves in tandem with like the earth bending as like, oh, that's intriguing. There's something these two are more interesting than they let on. But I think that once everything has settled down, yeah, she'll go and ask if they're okay once the earthquake has sort of passed.
The 2 of them, they're sort of leaning against their wall, breathing heavily. We're fine. We're fine. That's wow.
I kind of look around. Does it seem like anybody else was like hurt?
In this general area, it seems fine, but you can see a few blocks down, there's like some dust rising, there's some screaming, there's some yelling. This was not the only building to go down.
Okay. I look over there and then I'm gonna order my guards to go help out over there as best they can.
They give you a little salute, they run over there.
And then I'm going to turn to the 2 of them and I'm going to sort of cock my head and say, if you'll pardon me, I noticed your bending style is interesting. Not quite anything I've seen from other earthbenders before. Where did you pick that up?
Well, we said we're from a small village. We're actually from a small village that has a large water tribe immigrant population.
Interesting.
So we had some friends who told us, different ways we can move our arms to make the earth work.
And that works. That works for you?
I mean, yeah. We don't have a connection with water, but why should we need to punch the earth to make it move? Why can't we make it flow?
I'd never quite thought of it like that, I suppose. I apologize. I'm keeping you up. I hope that the two of you enjoy your time in the city. I should get going and also see what I can do down there. I very much appreciate your time.
We want to help too. We'll follow you over there. We might be here on vacation, but if people are dying while we're on vacation, that's not a good vacation.
I go over to Azula and I grab my sensor and I quickly light it, and then I'm gonna get going over there with them.
All right, I want to switch back to Chong. So, all three groups have now caught up to the moment of this earthquake. Chong, as you regain your composure after being knocked on your ass from this earthquake out of fucking nowhere, you see a bunch of people, a bunch of airbenders swoop in from the skies, led by none other than Tenzin.
Oh no!
Tenzin sort of floats down in the spot where he sees the most airbenders and says, "We need all hands on deck. We have an emergency in downtown," and looks around for 2 seconds. What is the meaning of this? You see some of the airbenders sort of shrink away and run off, grab their uniforms, because they know shit's about to go down and they don't want to be in the crossfire of Tenzin or not be able to help why he needs all hands on deck.
Am I on the ground still, or am I standing up?
You are still on the ground.
Okay. So, and Tenzin, I assume, is standing over me, kind of looming, maybe a shadow over me, like the sun making his bald head like extra shiny.
Exactly. You get the vision.
Oh yeah. Chong's knees are shaking, but Chong swallows and goes, "Well, man, it kind of looks like an earthquake happened. It's like, I don't know, we were just here doing our things, and then like the ground started to shake."
I know an earthquake happened. That's why I'm here. I highly doubt that all of these chairs appeared out of thin air for an earthquake.
Oh, the chair! You're referring to those. Yes. I can see your confusion there. Well, those were like for concert, actually. We were, getting together. I was playing some classic Airbender tunes, really, kind of a dad rock sort of situation. Everyone was really vibing.
Tenzin pinches the bridge of his nose, takes a breath. I do not have time for this right now. I do not have time for you right now. He turns around, sort of shakes off his frustration, and shouts to the general crowd, "There's been a building collapse in Midtown Republic City. I need all hands on deck to help find the survivors." And he turns to you and says, "I might regret this, but I do need extra hands. Will you come help us?"
Chong thinks for a solid moment. "Yeah, sure, of course. I totally called dibs on being Soma's partner, though." And he's pointing to, like, Soma's general direction, or at least where she was before the earthquake started.
Soma is, a little embarrassed herself. She's a little red in the face right now because she did not expect Tenzin to come back. She knows she's gonna get some shit for this. Tenzin once again pinches the bridge of his nose. "Fine. Whatever. Just get ready as fast as possible. There are people who need it." And he jumps off, grabs his glider, glides away. Yeah, so you and Soma and a bunch of the other airbenders are coming down to around the same area that Hanako was in. There's a bunch of buildings around here, and some of them are on the verge of collapse. One of them is already collapsed. Luckily, it looks like it was just a factory building, and it's a off day today. There shouldn't have been too many people inside. If there were any people inside, it wasn't a residential building or anything, but people are. The airbenders are running towards the buildings. You spot Hanako with two earthbenders that you've never seen before.
Just to confirm, Chong's wearing his airbending outfit?
Yes. Or a uniform. It might not be his, but there were some spares on Air Temple Island.
I like this idea that he's wearing one and the arms and legs are too big, so it kind of looks like a footsie pajama on him.
Ha, yes.
Here's another question. When I'm going over with the airbenders, am I on an animal? Am I on like the airbending stick glider?
You are using your airbender uniform as a glider. It's the flying squirrel-esque uniform.
Oh, the cool suit thingy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chong kind of like lowers himself down. He sees them and he lowers down and he yells out, "Yo, Hanako, what's up? You cool?"
Oh, Chong, yes, I'm fine. What are you doing here?
What's it look like, brah? I'm helping out. Who are your friends? They look cool.
Yes, this is, Peony and Pearl. We've just met. Pleasantries later. People need help.
Oh, totally agree. I'm with like a bunch of the other airbenders. We're, like providing humanitarian aid and such. Where are you guys headed? Do you know where another building's fallen? We could help.
Yeah, there's a building just over here that we're on our way towards.
So while you guys are running that way, I'd like you to actually, just so I can get the group together, Sabi, you were practicing in this empty lot. The empty lot wasn't exactly in Midtown, but it was close enough that you can see these dust plumes coming out. Are you going to run towards the dust plumes, or are you staying far away?
What is Fuzhou doing?
Fuzhou is running towards the dust plumes because he is a cop and he, assumes that there will be something that he needs to do.
Yeah, Sabi's gonna run basically after him.
Okay. So yeah, then the two of you and Fuzhou are going to end up in the same general vicinity as the other two.
I feel like probably what happens is as we approach the building, we see Sabi and Fuzhou have arrived and are starting to help out.
Yeah. So can I have somebody, one of you three, roll to assess a situation? That's plus creativity.
Well, I have a +1 to my creativity.
All right, Chong, roll to assess a situation.
Okay, I got a 9 +1's a 10.
Nice. Okay.
I think the best question to ask in this situation is who or what is in the greatest danger?
All right. So, Chong, with your supersonic airbender hearing, you can hear the cries of an old man underneath some rubble a short ways away.
Is it in the direction of the main building?
Yeah, in the direction of the collapse that you guys just witnessed.
Oh, quick question. Are some airbenders with Chong, or is Chong broken away from the other airbenders?
Soma is with Chong.
Are we all in the same exact area, or are we just kind of in vague proximity?
Hanako is with Chong now, and you can definitely see them. So you're not, unless you've run up to them, then you're not, but I assume if you see them, you run up to them.
Yeah.
I feel like what happens is Chong is kind of yelling back to Hanako about what he's found, and then that draws Sabi's attention.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over to y'all. For year two's edification, too, Sabi is not wearing shoes and is noticeably dirty.
Sabi, what a day for serendipity.
What the hell is happening right now?
Your guess is as good as mine. What happened to you?
Just a lesson. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I won't.
Hey guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but someone needs help. I hear this old guy. He's in
Where?
he's over by the clockmaker's place. I think it's in that direction. Follow me. And Chong shoots ahead with Soma close behind him. I'm sure.
Sabi is running as fast as she can to keep up. Noticeably more so than you would expect someone to do to try to get to wherever this guy is.
Yeah, we all follow.
You make your way, and as you get closer, the two of you can start hearing these cries for help. This man is pinned under some rubble. He's lying on the ground. He is The rubble is on his legs. He can't get up. Doesn't seem to have his lungs crushed or anything, but his like bottom half is completely like pinned under a bunch of concrete rubble.
Sabi is immediately running over to try to pull this off of this guy.
How tall is the rubble? I'm sorry. Like, how much is there?
It's not like an entire building's worth. It's like, imagine like a pile of rocks.
Boulder size rocks or kind of like gravel?
Are you wondering if you can airbend them off?
Yes.
You can, at the very least, loosen them with your airbending. There are some earthbenders with you guys right now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I turned to my new friends. I think this looks like something you might be able to handle.
Sabi throughout this has just like run over and trying to get the rubble off of this guy, basically ignoring all of you and what you're trying to do, and seems to be panicking a little bit throughout the course of this whole thing. So I don't know. She's attempting to move the rubble. I don't know if it's within her capacity strength-wise.
I do not think it is. You can like shift some of the smaller rocks off, but any of the larger ones, that's not something that a regular human can lift.
Yeah, that's what I figured. She doesn't care. She's trying anyway.
Peony and Pearl, they try and lift themselves to help. And yeah, they're starting to lift them, but they're a little bit heavy even for earthbenders. So I'm going to have Chong, can I have you roll to rely on your skills and training so you can blow these slightly floating rocks away?
Ooh, this is bad. I rolled a 3.
Ooh,
So I got a 5. Maybe like there's like a lot of dirt and stuff in the air, so Chong and Soma are kind of having difficulty seeing where they should blow the rocks.
I don't know how to invoke this in a way that feels roleplay, but I'd like to push my luck to try to move this thing.
I was just about to ask you to do that. Yeah, roll for passion.
Fuck. 4 plus 2, so 6.
Oh no.
Hanako, would you like to help out?
Yeah, I mean, we're all just kind of like trying to shove this rock out of the way, so like I feel like it would not be out of the question for me to do like a blast of fire at it.
The two earthbending girls, they lift these rocks off, up from the ground. They're struggling to push them away. Chong, you try and blow a gust of air at them, and it just sort of bounces off and makes all this dust fly all over the place. Sabi, you are trying to feel the earth with your hands. You try and stick your hands on this earth and push it away enough to get it away from this guy. Hanako, you join Sabi. You push against the rock. The two of you manage to get it off of this guy. But yes, Sabi, Mark troubled, because despite pushing, and you were sort of able to feel the earth a tiny bit, but you don't feel like it yielded to you. And Hanako, you just breathed in a lot of that fucking dust that Chong blew up. So yeah, take a fatigue. You're hacking up a lung now. So yeah, this old man is free. He sort of crawls away. It looks like his legs are broken, but he says to you guys, "Oh, thank you so much. This is the weirdest earthquake I've ever felt. Reminds me of what it used to feel like when I lived in a mining town."
Hey, sir, I'm like so glad you're alive, but don't you want to like see a healer maybe? Those legs are looking pretty bad, no offense.
I've dealt with worse. And he tries to stand up and he collapses, and
Yeah, are my guards still in the general area?
yeah.
I call them over, and I tell them to get like something to carry this man on.
See a doctor, old man.
The one of the guards is just like, I got a shoulder. He picks him up and drapes him over his shoulder, and the old man is like, "Put me down!" and tries beating on your huge guard's back, and yeah, the guard just sort of carries him off in a direction of a hospital. You still have one more hold for assess the situation, so you can ask another question if you want.
Oh, I think that's definitely the way to go in a situation. I think I'm actually going to ask the same question as last time. Who or what is in the greatest danger now?
I'll just let you know that, like, so after this building collapsed, there's a lot of airbenders around. There's a lot of people around. The cops have arrived. There's some emergency service people have arrived. So there's a lot of people around. So yes, You could try and dig more people out of the rubble, but you know what? You might be able to get more interesting information if you ask something else.
Oh, yes, okay. What's my best way out?
So, actually, are you asking what's your best way out of this area? Because the area is not blocked off. Or are you asking what's your best way out of helping with the airbenders?
You know, that's a very good question I hadn't considered. I guess, what's my best way out of the airbenders? In this case, what's my best way out in that Tenson doesn't find me after this?
If you want to bail and you don't want to help people any longer, it stood out to you that that old man had said something about this felt like it felt when he was in a mining town. You have traveled all over the Earth Kingdom, and you have traveled to mining towns. That sort of triggered something in your mind. It did feel like the rumble of mining equipment, the way that mining equipment sometimes causes earthquakes. And you get the idea that, you know, if you sort of explore that tangent and sort of try and see what the fuck he meant by that, because Republic City's not a mining town, it's a coastal city, maybe Tenzin will forgive you if you get out of here. If you do what you do best and snoop, but in a way that's helpful, he won't be that mad at you if you don't help people.
I mean, I'm helping the greater good.
Exactly.
I think I turn to our team of Soma, Hanako, Sabi, and our two airbending sisters.
Earthbending, but yeah.
And I go, hey, I got a crazy idea.
You always do.
Yeah. A little more crazy than usual. You might be mad when I first say it. Just a heads up.
Uh-huh.
I think we need to leave.
I'm not leaving these people here.
Here's why, though. That old guy that we just saved, he mentioned that this was like a mining town. And I've been to a couple of mining towns when I was performing with my family in when I was a traveling musician. They used to use a lot of equipment to blow away the rock and whatnot, especially if they were low on earthbenders. And the shocks would be a lot like what we just experienced. I think something hinky's going on underground. Because think about it. If this were an earthquake, I was on an island when this occurred. Why would it only come in one wave? Earthquakes have aftershocks. It's more like Maraca. This was like something smacked the earth. I mean, and he turns to the sisters. Like, you guys are like connected to the earth. Did this feel natural to you?
No, not really. It did feel extremely weird.
I regret to say it, Sabi, but Chong may have a point.
I can't do this. I can't just leave these people here. Do you all see what's happening around you?
I see airbenders and first responders and people getting helped. We helped the guy in the biggest danger. I would now argue that, like, the biggest danger is if another earthquake shock mining thing occurs.
You think we're gonna go down into a mine and stop an earthquake? There's people here that actually need help, like dying, injured, need help. You want to go into a fucking mine? Looking for what?
Sabi, I understand. I also want these people help. And I think Chong is right. Look around. There are many people here. All things considered, this disaster could have gone far worse. If there is a chance that something is happening that is causing these disasters, don't you feel as if it makes the most sense to go out and stop this from happening again? Because if it does happen again, it will be worse.
Sabi is like gritting her teeth and closing her eyes. She does not look happy about this, but like isn't saying anything right away.
I think I'm calling on Sabi to live up to her results principle.
Would this be results or restraint? Based on the mental state of why she's doing this, you're asking her to exercise restraint.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that then.
you automatically succeed, and my balance shifts toward restraint. Fine. There's a lot of airbenders, these earthbenders. I barely moved a rock off one old man. What am I gonna do about this? Fine. Fine. She's taking a deep breath and seems to be steadying herself and calming down.
Thank you. I know this is hard for you, but we've done what we could here. I think what we need to do is help with the bigger picture.
You? Sabi's pointing pointedly at Chong's chest. You have no idea how hard this is for me. I'm doing this for her, for you. Just leave the fucking way, you goddamn punk.
I think that peeves Chong off for a moment, so I think he actually, stands forward and steps into your pointed finger and says, I'm not a monk.
Sabi doesn't respond verbally, she just throws her hands down.
Now, he looks at the sisters. Do you guys think you could feel could you help find the way to where this wave originated? Because I bet wherever this mine is the center of the wave.
Peony takes her hand and puts it on the ground and says, I do feel a tingle under the ground. And Pearl does the same and says, yeah, what's this? This light rumble? It's very, very faint. It doesn't feel to either of them like it's right here. It's certainly not right underneath where they are. But they have a feeling that maybe if they try different areas of the city, they might be able to tell where it is generally. Sabi, when you were when you were doing your lesson, you also felt a slight rumble in the earth, did you not?
Yes.
Does it occur to Sabi that she felt the same thing even?
True. Are you too distracted by your multiple conditions?
I think she's begrudgingly able to acknowledge that it was the same.
So then Hanako says, without knowing that Sabi has any ability to feel this, so then we just need to take the two of you to various areas of the city and see if we can figure out where we're going?
Yeah, that seems like the best bet.
Go to the lot. Go to the lot where I was training.
Huh?
I felt the same thing out in the fucking field where Fuzhou was teaching how to earthbend. I couldn't do it, and then I got knocked on my ass, and I felt something. I don't know enough about this to know exactly what's normal and what's...
Can you feel it now?
Yeah, has it stopped at all? Have I just been feeling this constantly?
It has been going all day.
I haven't stopped feeling it.
Was it stronger in the lot?
Yeah.
Well, then that seems like as good a place as any for us to start.
The lot is... So right now, you're in the center of town. The building collapse, that was around downtown, midtown-esque. The collapse was on one side of the park. The empty lot that you were practicing in, that was on the other side of the park.
Okay.
So closer to the mountains. I'm going to have you roll to... So this isn't really your skills and training, but it's not something that is as difficult for you as actually bending. So I'm going to have you rely on your skills and training.
I got a 7 with the bonus, so just barely.
You can still feel the rumbling, and you can feel that it's getting stronger the further you go closer to the mountains.
This is going to sound a little weird, but I think that whatever that feeling is getting stronger. We're going in the right direction. I don't know. I'm still not used to this shit. I can just feel it in my stomach.
Yeah, it's definitely louder here. It feels like a motor, like a light. The earth is now a light motor. The other two earthbending girls continue to run around, tapping their hand against the earth. Your group just continues to walk closer and closer to the mountains, and that is just making it get louder and louder. Louder as in, physically, you can't actually hear it. But as you guys get closer to the mountains, Chong and Hanako, you can feel it too.
Okay.
Is it kind of like when you're at a concert and you feel like the bass and drum?
Yeah.
Am I walking or am I still kind of gliding?
You're walking. You can't feel it in the air.
I think Chong's like touching his body, looks at Hanako, because he knows that Sabi's still kind of mad at him, so he's keeping some distance. He's not sure what happened with Sabi. He wants to keep the team cool, so he's giving her some space, letting her do her, so he's hanging out with Hanako a little bit. So he looks at Hanako and he's like touching his chest and whatnot, being like, "Hey, you feeling kind of funny too? Like, kind of, you feeling some waves on you too?"
Yes, the vibrations in the ground from the equipment, they seem to be getting strong enough that even we can feel them.
Wow, they must be. What could they be doing? Like, what's under the city?
I'm not sure, but I haven't heard about any big mining operations out here. So, whatever it is, it's been kept secret even from, well, me.
There's been on the streets about stuff like this. I've been keeping a close, ear to the ground on stuff. Everyone's still talking about Ashi and, petty stuff like affairs and whatnot. Nothing involving equipment or mining or anything.
Call it a hunch. But I've been around long enough to know that things which happen to come up again and again tend to continue that pattern. I am concerned we are about to find out where so much of this platinum has been coming from.
Yo, I hadn't even thought of that. Yo! Oh yeah, that ain't good. Let's see how far we can go, and worst case, we'll come back with backup.
Yes,
I don't know who or what the backup would be, but like, I think, telling people to come out here and check it out definitely don't have a permit. So we can at least, get the police out here and go, yo, suspicious activity.
Do we have any, are we near anything that looks, I don't know, out of the ordinary or anything like that?
So you're nearing the edge of the city. You're nearing the city limits where it goes from. So you're no longer in the big buildings area of the city. You're no longer in the honestly even small buildings part of the city. You're getting to the outskirts of the city where it's mostly there's some warehouses, there's some random buildings here and there, and you're starting to follow up a path, a road that goes into the mountains. And as you get into the mountains, you're noticing so there's not much traffic this way. A large, unmarked truck drives past you. Sabi.
Yeah.
Roll to push your luck.
Ha! I got a 4 with the bonus.
Oh, wow.
No, Janai, I'm sorry.
Congratulations, buddy. That's the worst anyone's ever done that.
Okay. You don't notice anything then. Never mind. But you guys are still noticing the rumbling.
Right. The truck just drove by and all that.
Yep.
like we're on our way towards it. Can I take a look around? Like, just take a moment to take a look around, see if I can find anything weird around here.
Yeah, roll to assess the situation.
Okay, in that case, that's just an 11.
All right, well, hold two.
Um,
Just an 11.
yeah. What should I be on the lookout for?
You guys have been walking for a while. You're starting to hike up this mountain trail. It's really more of a trail than a road. It's not a main access road. Keep your eyes open for areas that look like unusual human activity.
Okay. On that note, what's my best way in?
So as you're looking for this, you notice a footpath that looks like it's going through some really thick brambles. We all know about desire paths, where people will walk like a certain way down a hill across to intersecting paths because it's quicker. Usually desire paths make a lot of sense. You totally understand why people are walking there instead of on the regular trail. You don't know why people would walk here because they're walking through some really thick, like, raspberry bushes. Someone has decided, or a lot of people have decided it is worth it to plow through this massive thicket of raspberry cane.
How in the earth do these raspberry bushes look? Do these guys look like they're snug as a bug in there?
I mean, people have been pushing their way through them based off of how much foot traffic is on this little footpath. So I'd say that I don't think you would be able to airbend them out. I think if you want to go through them, you're probably going to have to push through them, or honestly, you could probably airbend like a path out of them, path through them. They just wouldn't rip out of the ground. But do you want to do that?
I'm thinking Breath of Wind, like, just make a pierce gun through the raspberry bushes.
You don't need to use your new technique. You can use just a regular air blast. So if you want to rely on your skills and training,
I think I want to roll to, kind of make like an air ball and kind of bowl a path with the air ball. Okay, that's a 5 plus the focus is a 6.
well, you don't really blow a path through the raspberry thicket. I think you guys are going to have to walk through it.
That's okay, yeah.
I think you're going to be fine. It's just going to scratch your legs up a bit. And are you guys wearing short pants right now?
I'm barefoot.
Oh,
You are
no.
barefoot.
I'm barefoot. I don't. Sabi is not. Doesn't care.
Moment of Balance will return after these messages.
The entrepreneurial spirit is what really defines Republic City. The idea that you can come from nothing and build yourself up into a million-yuan business. But what do you do when your legitimate business ventures come headfirst against the fact that you just can't find good help anymore? Why, my friends, that's where Republic Staffing comes in to save the day. Republic Staffing offers a wide range of temporary and contract employees for a wide range of business needs. Administrative assistance, clerical help, and part-time legal advice only a phone call away. Or if you need something a little more serious, a little more knuckles down in the dirty world of industry, Republic Staffing offers a full range of security professionals with backgrounds in the RCPD, United Republic Forces, Earth Kingdom Army, and more. And don't worry, they know how to keep their mouths shut and their noses out of your business.
People of Waterdeep. People of Faerun. People of all planes that can still hear this message. My name is Baragon Doubletail. I wish this was under better circumstances, but I will be blunt. We are on the precipice of a battle that may result in the destruction of all life as we know it. Our enemies are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse: war, famine, pestilence, and death. This may seem like an impossible task, and perhaps to many it looks that way now. Our enemies have erased the abyss from the bottom up. They devoured the elemental plane of fire and destroyed Pandemonium. They eradicated the Feywild, and soon they approached the material plane. But hope is not lost. We are still fighting. We have many friends here and a wealth of tools at our disposal, but we need you. I come to you with a huge request.
At this point, Baragon produces the domain.
This is the divine domain of time. It was given to me by someone who decided that I would be the best choice to wield it. I'll be honest, this is not a station I take lightly. I would not ask for this if I didn't truly believe it to be our best chance. This is my plea. If you can fight, come to Waterdeep. If you can't, I ask you to believe. To put your hopes in me, my friends, and our cause. Together, we will overcome this. This may be the end of a long chapter, but it is not the end of our story. Just a turning of the page.
Get ready for the conclusion to Bard Rock Cafe's first campaign, airing now wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Welcome to the Jasmine Dragon. How can I help you?
I'll have... Oh, is that a new menu?
Yes, it is. We just got a new tea supplier, Many Worlds Tavern. Want to take a look?
Yes, certainly. You offer all of this now?
Not all of it. We've got a few flavors in the shop, but they're an online tea and coffee company, so you can have tea sent straight to your house.
I'm going to pretend I know what you mean by online. Or what's this here about a monthly subscription?
They've got a couple of monthly subscription packages. The Treasured Realm Single Origin Coffee Blend and the Fabled Foliage Tea Selection. Each one comes with a bunch of fun accessories, like stickers, collectible cards, and a set of dice. It's tea for the tabletop.
Dice? I am partial to Pie Show myself, but I don't think I know any dice games.
I think there's a version of Street Pie Show that uses dice.
I'll consider it.
They sell all kinds of gaming accessories too. Dice trays, playmats, the works. Also, a portion of every bag of tea or coffee purchased is donated to gaming-related nonprofits.
Tempting. I don't know if I'm in the market for a whole bag right now, but let me try a cup of the monthly special. The Cordyceps. I've never had a tea with Robos and pumpkin spice in it before.
Coming right up? And if you change your mind, you can use our affiliate link in the description below and use coupon code BardRockCafe for a discount. Here you are. Thanks for stopping by the Jasmine Dragon.
Anytime. Ooh, that's good. And now, back to Moment of Balance.
So, you push through the raspberry bush. As you push your way through, it's pretty thick. Sabi, your feet are fucking raw. If you can't bend earth after this little adventure, you're gonna fucking kill Fuzhou. But yeah, you push your way through this fairly thick raspberry thicket, and you find a large man-made cave and a whole lot of equipment right by there.
Do I notice anything tactically out of the ordinary? Like, people around, anything, like, suspicious as far as, like, an ambush or anything?
Well, you do notice a bunch of armed guards by the mouth of this cave.
Okay, I'm pulling my guns out. I'm gonna keep them, like, down at my sides, but I'm arming myself.
They haven't noticed you yet. Enough people come in and out of this thicket that, like, they don't really care to look. They're paid minimum wage. They don't give a single shit, but they are armed. And one thing that you'll notice about the, like, equipment around, there's no label on any of it. Like, usually equipment will have the name of the mining company or the brand or whatever. It is all extremely anonymous.
All right. Can I do something crazy?
Sure, always.
What's like a really stupid name for like a corporate business lady? Like, what's a really ridiculous corporate business lady name?
Arrhenius Circuit.
Yeah, don't test me. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it. So I'm gonna turn to the other four, I guess. And I'm gonna say, all right, we're here to find out what's going on, right?
Sabi is nodding.
John nods vigorously. He's very interested in finding out what's going on.
I trust you two, very obviously, to keep yourselves hidden and do as you do. And then I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to walk out into the open, and I'm going to imperiously turn to the two guards in front of the cave, who you've said, are making minimum wage and kind of done with everything. And I'm just going to say, hello, I'm here to be shown around.
One of them raises an eyebrow.
Ugh, were you not informed about this?
The guard snaps to attention and is like, do you remember us learning about this? No, I don't remember shit. Oh, fuck. Yes, ma'am.
My name is Arenaeus Circuit, and I am here for the audit.
Yes, ma'am. Right away. Hanako, you have just tricked the guards. So when you get a 10+ on tricking, I assume you want they overcommit there to see for some time option, but you also get to pick a second one of these options.
What are we doing while Hanako is doing this thing with them?
Well, you're staying hidden, but what do you want to do while you stay hidden?
I'm sorry, quick question. Are the sisters still with us?
Yeah, the sisters are still with you.
Chong has started a tic-tac-toe in the dirt.
Am I close enough to recognize what kind of weapons they're using?
Yeah, you are. They look like Admiral's friends.
Alright, I've got 2 guns. I'm gonna aim one at each of their guns.
Are you wanting us to take advantage of my current distraction of these guys to just go in and do a guns blazing assault?
Yes.
Okay, so then in that case, I don't want them to overcommit and be deceived for some time. I want them to stumble so that we take +1 forward to acting against them, and have them act foolishly, and you tell me what additional opportunity they give me, while Sabi gets us set up and we begin combat.
So, they're extremely flustered right now. They think they did something wrong. They think they fucked up bad. They're not even the person who's supposed to receive guests, auditors, etc. They are just supposed to stand there with their guns and look intimidating and keep people away from the mine, keep the wayward hikers away, and, they are not equipped for, like, they're afraid they're going to get in trouble. So, they're currently talking amongst each other. They are trying to make sure that everything is straight, that they can keep the boss from getting on their ass because of this. They no longer have their eye on the outside of the mine. They can't see that to happen. All right, active combat for the first time.
I want to shoot one gun at each of their guns because it would be cool as fuck.
Let's start the active combat exchange mechanism once you shoot at their guns.
And as far as what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to target their weapon specifically. I'm aiming right at the mechanism that makes the guns, and firing one bullet from each gun.
They're going to be like, oh my god, what the fuck? They look at their guns look fucked up. So, one of the guards is going to rush out into where the rest of you are. So one of the guards is going to run towards where you are, Sabi and Chong. That is your guard.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, Hanako, that's your guard.
Yep.
So what's going to happen? Let's start with Sabi, Chong, and guard number 1. We are each going to choose an approach. Either defend and maneuver, advance and attack, or evade and observe.
All right. I look at Sabi and I whisper, I see you got a gun. How about I knock him off on his ass and you put the gun in his face?
Yeah, that works.
You're both doing advance and attack? Guard number 1 is going to also advance and attack. Roll.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 9. I feel pretty confident in my roll.
All right, I've got a total of 6 if we're including the bonus against the guards, the ongoing bonus. So I'm not doing great.
So what Chong was going to do was from the bush, he wasn't going to come out of hiding. He was going to send an air swipe, which is pretty much like an arc of pressurized air, almost kind of like a crescent shape. Because he's approaching and hasn't quite attacked us with the advanced attack, I think probably when he's landing on the ground and the air goes out of his lungs, he probably the guard gets too fatigued from that.
Yes. So what's going to happen is, the guard is going to do smash, the advance and attack smash. So he's going to mark 1 fatigue to destroy or destabilize something in the environment. He is running towards those bushes. He is tearing out your cover with his hands, but he does get whacked.
Hey, can I clear the angry condition for breaking something important?
I guess those guns were important, but they weren't important to you.
It doesn't say that.
That's true.
It just says important. Not that it matters much for combat, but whatever.
This guy gets blown on his fucking ass, so why don't we pop over to Hanako?
I think this was shocking for Hanako. She was intending, right, to just go in and get the info on what's going down here and not necessarily bust in, but she can roll with it. I'm gonna advance and attack, I think.
I'm gonna defend and maneuver. Roll.
That's a 10. I will use Fireblade.
All right. So, first, defend and maneuver happens. So, the guy, the guard you're with, he wraps around and grabs you, thinking he's going to hold you hostage because clearly you're important. And someone out there is going to not want to shoot you because you're important. He grabs you, does not realize that you have a fire blade in your hand and you burn his fucking arm.
Yeah. he goes to grab me, and I grab from my sensor and take a big sweep at him and like kind of knock him back and like slice through some of the foliage or something. Leave it smoking.
Cool. He screams out, "Oh, fuck!" But he's still holding on to you. You are still in his grasp. He's just in a lot of fucking pain. All right, back to the others. So Sabi is aiming at the guy. You just knocked him on his ass. So he's on the ground.
I've got my approach.
Yeah, I got my approach. Chong, do you have yours?
Yeah, I think I know.
All right, what's you two's thing?
Attack.
Yeah, attack.
All right.
I look at Sabi and I say, I was gonna jump with a big air ball and just slam it into his chest. It won't kill him, but it'll feel like getting punched in the chest. Is that okay to you?
I'm gonna shoot him in the leg.
No death. I fully agree with that. I am on board with that. But he can't hurt us. Like, I'll knock the air out of him again while you shoot him so he won't fight back.
Sure.
All right, roll.
I got a 6.
9.
All right, so my guard has decided to retaliate. So you shoot at this guard. He gets up. He is getting ready for an attack. You shoot at him. You shoot him in the leg. It hurts like a motherfucker. He hurls his gun at you. It thwaps you in the shoulder.
Okay, I mark it fatigue.
Hanako, let's flip over to you.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry, but what about Chong's smash?
Would you like to shift your balance away from center to successfully strike?
Screw it. Okay, I'll do it.
So I'm going to say that equals a 10 then. So yeah, your ball smacks him in the stomach. He has been shot in the leg. He's been pushed down. He rips up one last bramble and swats it at you. So take 1 fatigue. I'm going to say he's going to mark a condition. He is angry now. All right, Hanako, over to you. I want to choose a move first. Hanako, do you have one in mind?
I'm probably just going to continue to advance and attack. It's not like the thing that I'm best at or anything, but also I don't see any reason not to just lay into this guy, you know?
Okay, roll for passion.
That's an 8. I'll just strike.
Looks like we're both advancing and attacking.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do to strike?
He's still got a hold of me, so I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'll just try to, like, get a lash of flame out of my sensor and try to, like, swipe it back at him to try to, just to try to hurt him. Get him off me, maybe. But mostly hurt him.
Okay. Yeah, that hurt. He's going to mark 2 fatigue. He also chose advance and attack. He is going to use pressure. He's noticed that you use that sensor to get your flame from.
Mm-hmm.
So that hurt. He doesn't want to hold on to you anymore. He lets go of you, but he grabs your sensor. So now you can't use advance and attack.
Awesome. Yeah.
So, Sabi and Chong.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
I'm attacking again.
I'm defending and maneuvering.
So you're not going to reveal, you're not going to coordinate, you're not going to reveal anything. You're just going to roll individually.
I got 8.
8.
I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna aim at this dude again.
All right, so this guy, he is defending and maneuvering. He is going to mark 1 fatigue to ready himself. So he's going to clear one of his statuses, but he's going to mark his final fatigue. He does not look that good, but he's no longer impaired. So, and Chong, what were you doing?
I was just going to breath of wind this guy. He was going to go for another chest hit. Can I do an air swipe?
Yeah, and you know what? He is not doing all right, so he's down. This motherfucker is down.
Let's go!
So yeah, you guys can go help Hanako.
Yeah, I mean, I just have to pivot my body. I'm using a ranged weapon.
So yeah, Hanako, and also the other two. What you want to do to this last guard?
I want to defend and maneuver.
I want to attack.
I also want to attack.
All right. He's going to defend and maneuver. You guys, roll your dice.
I got an 11.
I got 13.
Okay, that's a 3.
Oh, rip.
I think my allies have got this.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's going to do the retaliate move. So you guys, what are you doing? How much does it do?
Just to confirm, he's still hugging Hanako?
No, he's no longer hugging Hanako, but he's holding Hanako's sensor. So be careful where you strike your air.
I have spent the previous turn lining up a shot. I am going to aim at his head and shoot.
Chong, what are you going to do?
I was going to do Breath of Wind on him, and I was going to exhale a kind of almost gunshot ball of powerful wind. Not enough to pierce his body, of course, like, like go through him like a bullet, but, enough to inflict damage, maybe cause, like, a gash or something. It's gonna knock him down and inflict stun on him unless he chooses to mark for fatigue.
That is extremely powerful, and he's not doing too well. He's taking that fatigue, and Sabi, you just shot a man in the head.
I did. Did I just fucking kill someone?
You know how you had to break something important to stop being angry?
Yeah.
The important thing was not the guns. The important thing was you took someone's life.
Oh, shit.
You're no longer angry. You're now guilty.
Sabi is, like, standing there with one of the guns, like, held up in the air, and you just see the smoke, like, trailing up from it. This was the one... She reloaded and then fired one bullet.
I'm going to make a kind of grimace before retrieving my sensor.
There's a little bit of blood on the handle.
That's okay.
I'm sure Hanako is used to blood.
Chong is standing there, like, kind of in shock. But he knew we'd get in some fights, but I don't think Chong's... He's never done something physical like this. I think he's kind of like... You killed him! He looks at him like, I'm gonna be sick. I think Chong, like goes into, like, another section of the hallway for a moment. Like, he needs to breathe a little bit. He'll be alright, but he's a criminal, but he's not a bad guy. He's never done a violent crime before. This is... Oh, he's hurt people and whatnot, but he's never killed anyone. He's never been around a dead body before. This is...
Hanako's gonna do two things. She's gonna walk over to Sabi, pat her on the shoulder, and say, "Good work."
Sabi is, like, visibly trembling as she puts the gun away without reloading.
And then I'm gonna walk over to Chong.
Chong is dry heaving. He's like, ugh! Oh god, it's so gross!
Are you going to be alright?
Oh. He leans against the cave wall and looks at you. Sabi killed someone.
Yes, she did.
It's not cool.
Chong.
I don't think I signed up for that. I knew we were gonna hurt people, but there was other exposed parts. He had your sensor, but we weren't in a situation that he needed to die.
Is Sabi reacting at all to this? Because I doubt... We all know Chong's not quiet.
Sabi is, like, further away from y'all, nearer to the other guard, and doesn't really seem to be reacting too strongly. Like, she's not really moving around a lot and is kind of glancing over at the other guard. By the way, other guard, what's going on with the other guard? They're, like, flat unconscious? Are they, like...
Yeah, he's passed out. He's knocked out. He's alive, he's breathing, but he's not responding. He didn't see that his fellow guard got shot.
Is he in a state where it would be possible to wake him up? Or is he, like...
Oh, you could probably wake him up if you, like, slapped him a little bit.
Okay, Sabi's going to walk over, drawing her left gun and, like, slap him in the face.
He sputters away. What the fuck?
She's pointing the gun down at his head. What's in there?
I don't... Who the fuck are you?
What's in there? What's in the cave? And why can I feel it?
Roll to intimidate.
I got a total of a 10.
I assume you're going to want they given with a few stipulations.
Given with a few stipulations, yeah.
I don't... what makes you think I can tell you? Still winded from having the wind knocked out of him twice.
Look over there. She's gesturing with her head towards the other guard. What's in the cave?
It's a platinum mine.
Who's platinum?
I don't know the name. We didn't get any name. It's just the boss.
There is a name.
I didn't get a name. We don't. I was hired by a third-party company, temp company. They didn't tell me who I was working for.
Do you remember the name of the temp company?
Republic Agencies.
Did someone specific hire you, or you just got a note in the mail?
I signed up for the temp agency, and they just signed me up with random security work. I didn't know what I'd be getting into.
Get the fuck out of here. Now.
What the fuck do you mean? You shot me in the leg!
Leave. Now.
He gets up. He stumbles. He he basically limping his way down the mountain, blood dripping down his leg.
Chong, I understand. This is quite a bit. I am not going to force you to come into the cave with us, because, as I'm sure you can see, this is not a great opportunity for us to rediscuss the terms of approach to this problem. However, I can assure you that after this, we can have some sort of discussion about this. With that in mind, you do know that this is what I hire Sabi for, right?
Sabi is walking over towards you as you're having this conversation.
You know, I'm not some cloistered, pure mouth guy. I'm not gonna pretend to be a good person in this situation. I knew that we'd be hurting people, and we'd be hurting people for good reasons. We were gonna hurt that guy to save you. That's a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
They're hurting people, and we're trying to stop that. I understand that you hired Sabi for this. I was always under the impression that it was for good reasons.
Oh.
This guy, she could have shot him in the leg, the arm, but with the other one, her sensor would have been fine.
Am I being called out here?
You know what? I think I am calling you out.
Yeah.
What are your two principles again?
Role and freedom, and I think this is pretty clearly in the direction of freedom in a way. I'm currently centered.
So, Chong. Yeah, roll +0.
I rolled an 11.
So what are you asking Hanako to do?
I think what I'm asking Hanako to do is I'm asking Hanako that Hanako instructs Sabi to only take lives when it's absolutely necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think Chong is upset that this guy was killed when he didn't need to be killed. He's upset at Hanako for being okay with this.
Yeah.
I think he's challenging this idea of are you doing this for the greater good, or are you just doing whatever you want?
Are you really okay with causing this much suffering to get where you're trying to get?
Chong looks at you and goes, I know you have plans for the world, and I know you need Sabi for them. But how can you say the world's a better place with this guy dead? Are you actually trying to do things good? Or are you just doing whatever you want? Do you have a plan?
You've given me some things to think on.
Chong takes a deep breath. I'm sorry. I shouldn't.
No, it's okay. Like I said earlier, I'll have a discussion with Sabi. And while I want to make clear that Sabi is her own woman, and that I trust her to handle things in the way that she sees fit, and I'm leaning in close to Chong. I'm having this discussion quietly, even as Sabi approaches us. However, I will have a word with her, and I will see about adjusting the terms of our current standing agreement. All right?
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
I'll try to be more respectful of your doings.
I think that you had every right to say what you said.
I'm ready to go back in the cave. Maybe we could have the Earthbender sisters take them to the injured guards.
Where are they, by the way? Because they were with us And then they just kind of fucked off.
So, you guys are talking. The two sisters, Peony and Pearl, come around the corner and they're like, hey guys, while you were doing those guards, we did a little bit of snooping. There's this office around the... Oh my god. What happened here? They see the obviously dead guard on the ground. This is... Oh my god, what? And the two of them are like muttering to each other.
I think I sort of stand up from where I was like leaned in with Chong. I pat him on the shoulder and I say, take all the time you need. Be right back. Peony, Pearl, it was a pleasure meeting you, and I appreciate all of the help that you have given us thus far. As you can see, things have gotten a bit out of hand here. The three of us are going to continue to try to figure out what's going on here. If the two of you would like to no longer be involved, I completely understand.
The two of them slowly nod, turn around, and race off.
I am going to hope that that does not bite me in the ass later. I'm going to go over to Sabi. Sabi?
She's kind of like shaking her head. She's responding to you, but not saying anything.
How are you doing?
You know I don't like doing it.
I know.
Somebody's hiring guards to sit on top of a fucking platinum mine. It's making a noise so loud I can feel it through my feet.
And we're going to fix that. We're going to get this taken care of, all right? I know that what this did impacted you. We're going to make sure that by the time we leave here, it's not going to happen again. I promise you that. All right? But here's what I need from you, Sabi. We had civilians with us, people who aren't ready for this, and I motioned to the dead guard. Yes, I had a word with Chong, and he's a little more understanding now. But we aren't in a position where we can leave bodies. You know that, right?
She's nodding.
I trust you to make the right decisions, and I'm not questioning the decision that you made there. I just want to make sure, before we continue, that you're entering the mine with a clear head. Yes?
She's like smiling in a very unpleasant way and kind of shaking her head.
I think by this time Chong has started to enter the cave again, and he slowly approaches the scene with you guys. What's the scene am I walking in on? Like, what does it look like? Is everyone kind of on the floor with Hanako kind of rubbing your shoulder?
No, we're standing huddled together. Also, Sabi is like avoiding Chong's eyes as he comes closer.
I think as you walk up, you see that Hanako is like kind of standing awkwardly. Like, I almost like the idea that Sabi isn't meeting anybody's eye, right? And Hanako's like very clearly trying to meet Sabi's eye, but it's just Sabi won't look at her.
I think Chong's also avoiding Sabi's eyes, because while I think he's cool with Hanako at the moment, I think he's still kind of hesitant around Sabi. He says softly, like, hey, let's go finish this. We still gotta save those people, you know? Are you guys okay to keep going?
Sabi's nodding. She's still avoiding.
We should get on the move. It's not much longer until it's noticed something weird has gone on out here. We need to get an idea for what's going on here and how to shut it down.
All right. Do you want to lead?
Yes. Let's go.
So you guys can go into the cave, but also remember, the two girls did mention they saw an office around the corner. So that is also an option of something you can snoop.
Not so sure I'm super up for the idea of running into more of these guys.
Yeah, I don't think we should split up. Let's go together.
I think that sounds wonderful. I'm gonna start heading off in the direction of the office.
All right. So you go around to this. It looks like a trail, like a locked trailer around the corner of this little side of the mountain. It is locked, but there aren't any guards in front of it. Seems like the guards were in front of the mine. They're not really paying attention to the office itself. Sabi, you can pick locks, right? Want to pick a lock?
Sure.
For whatever reason, at this point in the day, you were hiking for a while, you were fighting for a while. It's like late enough in the day, the sun's starting to come down. Seems like the regular workday is well over. They just sort of locked up. And yeah, they weren't really, no one was guarding this because errant hikers would be less confused about a trailer than they would about a whole ass mine, or less likely to snoop in it. So, not particularly guarded. Would someone here like to roll to assess the situation?
I rolled my 7 plus 1 for creativity is an 8.
Okay, hold 1.
What should I be on the lookout for?
If you remember from when you broke into Ashi's office, records are often incriminating. If you're trying to figure out who owns this, looking for records would be a really good idea. If you're trying to figure out how to stop this, blueprints might be a good idea.
And no one's in the office right now? It's empty?
Nope, it was locked. So you notice a pretty bare bones office. There's not much going on in here because it's like a mobile unit kind of thing. It's not like there's any decoration or anything. Does look like there's some binders on the desk. Want to take a look?
Yes. Chong doesn't sense anything wrong, so I think he just walks in and walks over to the binder and opens it.
So it looks like you did stumble upon some blueprints. This is some diagrams of the mining equipment. It does show you how to shut down the mining equipment, which buttons should be pressed, how to repair it, etc. It's like a big repair manual for this heavy mining equipment.
Okay, did the other two follow me in?
Yeah, we're all in there.
Okay, so we're all reading this together?
Yeah.
I think Chong shows it, he's like, hey, look, this, I bet we could use this. We should steal this.
Yeah, we should steal this. Also, while Chong is doing that, is it possible to look around for anything that would indicate more about this company that I got the name of and haven't actually told my party members yet, or anything that seems more sort of who's behind this / motives rather than just mechanics?
Well, why don't you roll to assess the situation?
I'm gonna use fatigue to roll the result. That's a 6. I didn't get shit.
Hanako, want to help out?
Yeah, I see no reason not to.
Alright, so Hanako's gonna help me search for stuff.
Hanako, Sabi, you are snooping in your own little corner, and yeah, you find some records in on a bookshelf full of records, and you noticed that the company that everything's billed under is called Blackstone Mining Co.
I know that. Isn't that Varric's last name? Did he really put his name on this thing?
Of course he did. Have you met it? No, you haven't. Of course he did.
I know this is going to sound really crazy given everything that just happened, but I don't know if we should go down there right away. I don't know. This feels really big. And I can't imagine that there's just those two guys. They have equipment, they need people to run it and people to guard it.
On the other hand, they're now on alert. This may be our only opportunity to go in before they heighten security.
You think the mine has a back door? Wait, don't they have escape tunnels or something like that? For cave-ins and stuff. Oh, should have asked those earthbenders.
But, you felt the vibrations.
Yeah. I'm wondering if there's another way in.
That's what I'm saying. We have an earthbender?
I guess.
It's worth a shot.
Go outside. Your shoes are still off. You can feel the earth under your feet. Touch the ground. Feel the earth. Roll for passion.
I rolled a 10 plus 2 minus 2 because I'm guilty, so I got a 10.
Gorgeous. You know where the escape tunnel is. Little further around the mountain. It's a tight squeeze. It's covered by more raspberry cane. This is a raspberry-filled mountain. If you're ever hungry, this is the place to go. So yeah, you gotta push aside some more raspberry cane. It's a pretty tight tunnel. You're gonna have to crawl for a little bit until you get to a place where you can stand. But yep, you know where it is.
Did we take the blueprints and stuff with us?
Yes, take them. They're useful.
Sabi is like pulling the vines out of the way, like with her hands. So she's pretty cut up at this point.
So yeah, you guys are going to crawl through this tunnel with your blueprints in hand. Someone roll to assess the situation.
I rolled an 8 plus 1's a 9.
All right. Yeah. Ask a question.
Who or what is the biggest threat?
You guys have entered the mechanisms of this mine. It is loud. It is clanky. Anyone around would not be able to hear your footsteps. There are people. There are people operating this machinery. There's a big old digger thing digging chunks out of the wall. There's a guy. I don't know anything about mining equipment.
Like how many? What kind of like people are around? Is it like just workers? Or are there people with weapons? What kind of like how many?
This area, this is workers, and let's say there's about 5 of them.
Okay, so just workers. Nobody has a gun or anything.
No one has a gun. They're just operating the machinery. Like the guards from out front, they look very underpaid. You suspect that they all came from the same temp agency.
Can they see us?
They can't see you yet. You guys are coming from around the corner. If it wasn't extremely loud, they may have been able to hear you because it's a cave, so it's a little echoey, but you are drowned out by the clank, clank, clank of the platinum mining machines.
So there's the mining machines. Are there any other paths?
It looks like you're on the one path. Like, yeah, you could turn around. I mean, you're the one extra path. There's also the regular exit out. So you're in the emergency exit, but the regular exit is a little to your left, which is the main tunnel that the body is in front of. Did you guys ever hide the body?
Nope.
We all panicked.
So you guys are gonna need to be a little careful if you want to try and evacuate this room. Because so far, no one has seen the body besides the other guard and those 2 girls.
Chong makes a motion for us to huddle. And I think he speaks in a surprising whisper for Chong. So, like, there's 5 guys up ahead. I don't think we did anything about the body either. I'm not quite sure what to do. One thought I have is I could use grapevine to make a sound.
Hey, quick sidebar. What did you say the guards were wearing?
Just a nondescript black button down.
So they're not wearing anything like particularly notable. They're just wearing like regular clothes.
Nah, because Blackstone Mining Co. does not want people to be advertising their company. That's why all the trucks are nondescript, all of the equipment is nondescript, and all the guards and the uniforms are nondescript.
I've got an idea. Their guards are just wearing clothing. What if I go back around, pretend that we've been attacked, and I'm one of the relief guards? Get them to panic. It's not going to buy us a lot of time, but it is going to buy us some time.
I was thinking along those lines. I have a move called grapevine. I use it to carry sound. If one of you guys pretends to be a guard, I can make that sound go up the tunnel with the dead body and say that, and cry for help and whatnot. The guards, they'll run up, they'll see the dead body, and they'll run up the tunnel to try and stop the intruder. And then we'll have the free area. It has the same problem as you, though. They won't stay out. They'll come back as soon once they realize it's phony, but...
These aren't guards, they're just miners. They probably don't want to be here any more than we do.
I have a stupid idea. You're not wearing any... You're the only one among us who ain't wearing something attributed to something. I bet you could just walk out there and pretend to be a new miner guy.
That's no.
No, but I'm saying don't pretend to be a relief guy. Just say like, "Hey, I'm the new one. Tell me where you want me to be."
I think the guns on my head might give that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, but you could give us the guns.
I think that the blood on me might also give that away.
I did try this initially. I could pull the same maneuver again.
And you know, we have those documents. You could go out there holding the binder and look all official like. And since I'm an airbender, we could say like you're here with with me as like, peace officer position, and Sabi's like your bodyguard.
That's a good idea. What's the plan after that, though? We're just gonna turn off the machines while they watch us?
We could say it's part of Sabi's job. Maybe it's like for the check to work, we need to turn everything off.
And I think somebody more important than these people will realize what we've done fairly quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. Did the blueprints give us a pretty good idea of how to like permanently disable these things?
Yeah. Shows you how to turn it off, but it also it shows you how to repair it, but how to repair it shows you what places are easily broken and if we're broken would desperately need to be repaired.
How many of these machines are there?
3. Let's say 3.
Okay. Chong, do you think you could destroy one of these mining machines without being seen?
I mean, like, it wouldn't be impossible. I have the moves to precisely hit these. The problem is that I can only destroy one at a time. Guys, we might need to subdue these guys.
We don't need a lot of time to do this, right? This isn't something that's going to take us hours.
It's true.
These guys are paid basically nothing, right?
Yes.
Fair enough. I promise I won't hurt anyone else. Sabi stands up, walks to the middle of the room, and fires 3 rounds into the ceiling.
Oh no!
Everybody, get the fuck out of here.
Okay, everyone fucking panics. There are people running, screaming, clamoring for the exit. Yeah, they're getting out of here.
All right, let's go.
I mean, it worked.
They're gonna bring help. We don't have a lot of time. What is the requirement for destroying these machines? Like, what does this?
So the easiest way is going to be basically removing like a bunch of screws, because there's like a handful of proprietary screws, and it's all in the blueprints. So yeah.
Are there any specialized components that would be difficult to remanufacture that are fragile?
Yeah, definitely.
Are they shootable? Can I shoot them?
Roll to rely on your skills and training.
I got an 8.
All right, you shoot all the components. You only have 1 bullet left in each gun.
We should probably go out the back way.
Yeah, I guess that's as good a solution as any.
You guys get the fuck out of there. You slither out of the tunnel. You guys are covered in fucking filth. You gotta sneak your way down the mountain. You are, you gotta sneak your way through the mountain to make sure that the incoming cop cars that are driving up the mountain do not catch you. You're now back in the city. 3 of you may want to lay low for a little bit.
Yeah.
Hanako, I know you wanted to speak with those girls.
I do. I know we're gonna lay low for a bit, but maybe Chong can help with this. But I know they're doing their like whole culinary tour and stuff, so I'm gonna send some people to kind of fish around for what restaurants they're at and see if I can pay them a visit.
I mean, Chong could definitely use Grapevine to also kind of find their voices or find word on the street about these two, because I'm sure they've made word of things.
Though, Chong, it might be better if you change out of that airbending uniform.
Oh, I'm assuming we're all back at Hanako's place, and I think the first thing Chong does is change out of that, and he's probably has a few spare clothes at Hanako's place by now, just because, of the amount of time they've been spending there.
If they're going to split off and do that, I'd actually like to go talk to Bombay.
All right, sounds like a good idea.
I'm gonna, clean myself up because I'm pretty filthy, and I'm gonna leave the fucking shoes off for now.
So yeah, the two of you go out, and Chong, yeah, do your grapevine. I'm not gonna have you roll for this, because honestly, of all of the airbending things, this is the thing that you're gonna be best at. You hear that they are at the noodle place that Hanako recommended earlier in the episode.
As we walk into the noodle place, I slip Chong a few coins so that he can get himself something to eat. And then I'm gonna go up to their table. Enjoying the food?
Yes. Hello, Hanako?
Hi, yes, I apologize for the sudden visit. Don't worry, I'm not. We're fine.
Are we? Because we're not.
I apologize. Let me start this over. May I sit down?
The two girls glance nervously at each other, and then sort of one of them scoots over and lets you sit down at their booth.
Thank you.
They look like frightened hostages.
Are you doing all right? Let's start there.
We saw a dead body today. No.
I apologize. I have had a word with my friend. That was not something that should have happened.
You think?
We took care of the situation. No one else was hurt. The earthquakes, they're not going to happen for a bit, but the mine may get started back up at some later. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. I am truly sorry for what happened.
And what about the man's family? What about the other trail of blood we saw? What about these... That was a person. You're just okay with ending a person? Just because you managed to stop this earthquake?
No, I'm not. And if I can be frank with you, that's something that's surprising me. I'm aware of how that sounds. I'm going to get to the two of you. I don't want to interfere in your lives or anything. But obviously, I have my companions to protect. I have a lot to think about these days. I'm not making any threats. I'm not saying anything is going to happen. I'm just here to request that the two of you move on with your vacation and pretend none of this happened.
We didn't report you, by the way.
I do appreciate that.
Because if we had reported you, they'd ask us why we were in the mountains off of in an area that wasn't an authorized hiking trail, and then we'd get in trouble, and then our vacation would be a whole mess, so I guess we're taking this to the grave.
I apologize again. I pull a piece of paper out from my robe, and I place it on the table, and I say, there's an address here. If you need anything while you are in the city, you are free to reach out to me. I am well connected.
They both nod in tandem. Peony takes the address and puts it in her pocket.
I apologize again. And I think with that, Hanako is going to get up.
So yeah, Hanako, you finish up your conversation. You go back to your apartment. Chong, I assume, has already gone back to your apartment? Or is Chong at his place?
No, I think I'm gonna go back to my place tonight. Come back and see you guys in the morning, though. Okay? I should also check on Zopa, make sure she's okay.
So, Hanako, you have returned home. You are exhausted. It has been quite a fucking day. Guess what's waiting for you on the windowsill?
Of course.
The hawk has returned.
All right, yeah.
You open the letter, and it says, "My darling daughter, well, I'm disappointed that you chose not to pursue aid from our easy target of an ally. I can't say it wasn't for the best.
I caught news of former Representative Ashi's recent disgrace, and I must say I am at fault for choosing to ally with someone so incredibly dim-witted. However, I won't say that I am pleased with the company you're choosing to surround yourself with. We are a noble family, and you know as well as I that we are not to be concerning ourselves with the likes of such rabble. If you do believe the street garbage you're associating with to be such a valuable asset, I would like to see for myself. I will be preparing to make a journey to Republic City in 2 weeks' time. I can't wait to meet your new companions and see the progress you've made in person. See you quite soon, Lady Hikuroseki.
Hanako, after having read the letter, gives a nod and then folds the letter up and tosses it into her sensor. And then she promptly goes the fuck to bed.
Sounds about right. So, Sabi, you ready?
Yeah, ready.
You are heading to the Pearson Pistols hideout. Same as always. This time, it's pretty late at night. This is actually Bame's house. So, she's lounging on the couch, reading some book or something. Not expecting any of her girls to stop by tonight.
Can I come in?
Hello, Sabi. Yeah, sure.
I'm assuming there's somewhere I can sit down.
Oh yeah, there's like a chair.
You grew up in the city, right? In Republic City?
Yes.
And I'm guessing from what I heard from Midori, you didn't exactly grow up, like, well off, right?
Who in this lifestyle grows up well off?
You know where I came from, right?
Your former employer, Shun, did fill me in.
Does it ever get any easier to go out there and see people that look just like you did? Everywhere. All of the time. And you can't do anything to help them or stop what's coming to them. And all you can do is watch while they suffer. And then when you have a chance to do something, you have all this power in your hands. Something just turns inside you. Does that ever stop?
Listen. This is not a kind world we live in. All you can do is protect yourself and your own.
I know. I've been doing that my whole life. Have you ever killed anyone?
Why do you ask?
Because someone once told me that it would get easier the second time.
It doesn't get any easier. The only way it gets easier is if you shut yourself off from the world. Are you ready to do that?
I just feel like if I do that, then is that what you did? Is that what other people do?
I'm the leader of a triad. I don't get here without aiming a few guns in the wrong places. So yes, I have killed. And yes, that's why I don't open my heart to all the misfortunate people of Republic City. That's why I don't fight for justice for the millions upon millions of unfortunate people in this city, in this planet, to deal with what I've had to deal with. I've chosen to care about a small number of people. Myself and my girls.
I'm really trying to do that. And then what do you do when those people look at you and they don't see a person? They don't see you anymore. They just see everything that you've ever done. How do you live with it?
What is you? You define what you are. And sometimes, if no one will see that complex inner self, you just become what they want you to be. It's fun.
Hey, can I stay here tonight? There's someone I don't want to see me right now.
Doors are always open. And I'm sure you can fill me in on whatever mistake you may have made tonight. Tomorrow.
That's the thing that really, really scares me about it, is I don't think it was a mistake.
If you believe you did more good than bad, then no harm done.
I really wish I could believe that. I don't know if I can right now.
Sleep on it. You look like you've been through a lot today. You don't even have shoes on.
Oh, yeah, no, it's an earthbending thing. I forgot I even took them off.
Did you do it successfully?
Kinda?
Show me. And she's going to grab... So, Bame's hideout, Bame's, honestly, it's her apartment, is decorated very vintage chairs and stuff, fancy wood furniture, everything's sort of like a dark green vibe. And there's a shelf with some crystals on it. And she grabs a hunk of obsidian, and she tosses it at you. And you've spent all day connecting with the earth. You've spent a moment feeling moments of the parts of the earth. I want you to roll to rely on your skills and training.
I got an 8.
So you hold this chunk of obsidian, you're squeezing it, you're really trying to feel it, and something clicks. And you manage to break it in half, but not like you're breaking a geode in half. It doesn't crack in half. It pulls apart like clay. Wow. Impressed? A few more lessons, you might be a real earthbender.
See about that.
Thank you for listening to Moment of Balance. This episode featured Janiyah Riley as Sabi, Chrissy Sylvia as Chong, Dami Carmia as Hanako Seki, and Anna Marcus as our GM and producer. The music for this episode was written by Anna Marcus and Chrissy Sylvia. This episode was edited by Dami Carmia and Anna Marcus. If you liked what you heard, you could support us on Patreon at patreon.com/badrep. Huge thanks to our patrons, Janiyah Riley, Saturn Nieves, Warren Kelly, and Veer. Moment of Balance is produced by Bad Rep Productions and is part of the Bard Rock Network. Check out Bad Rep's other shows at badrep.productions and Bard Rock's other shows at bardrockcafe.com. The Bard Rock Network is sponsored by Dragon Master Games at dragonmastergames.com. And remember, as each breath goes out, let it be the end of that moment and the start of another. Otherwise, you're dead.